Greetings, dear history enthusiasts and culture lovers. Today, we are going to talk in detail about Kulothunga Chola III, one of the famous kings of the Chola Empire, one of the greatest empires on the Tamil soil. He ruled the Chola throne for about 40 years, from 1178 CE to 1218 CE, and is credited with creating a golden age with his bravery, administrative skills, and artistic passion. His reign is not just a story of victories. It encompasses many dimensions, including the ups and downs of the Chola Empire, its challenges, and its contributions to art and culture. Come, let's join in a journey through time and enter the era of Kulothunga III. The Chola Empire in the 12th century. In the latter half of the 12th century CE, the Chola Empire faced a complex period. The vast Chola Empire, which had expanded during the time of great emperors like Rajaraja Chola I and Rajendra Chola I, had weakened somewhat towards the end of Rajaraja Chola II's reign and in the subsequent days. In particular, the Chola dominance in the Pandya region had weakened. The Pandya kings began to throw off Chola suzerainty and act independently. This emerged as a challenge that shook the very foundations of the Chola Empire. Accession to the throne. It was in such a situation that Kulothunga Chola III ascended the Chola throne in 1178 CE, after Rajaraja Chola II. He was not the son of Rajaraja Chola II. Some historians indicate that he was the son of Sangama Chola, Neriyude Perumal. He was young when he ascended the throne. The Chola Empire entrusted to his hands faced many problems, including the rise of the Pandyas externally and challenges from some minor chieftains internally. On one side, the Cheras, and on the other, Sri Lanka, posed challenges to the Cholas. In such a critical situation, Kulothunga Chola III had to prove his leadership. Family life. Looking at his family, he had many chief queens and consorts. Among them, Lokamahadevai, Ulagamudale, and Bhuvanamazhudale are noteworthy. Their names are found in inscriptions. Although clear information about his successors is limited, it is noteworthy that the succession of the later Chola Empire continued from his lineage. Military conquests and victories. Kulothunga Chola III's reign was truly a golden age filled with wars and victories. Within the first few years of his ascension to the throne, he began to prove his bravery and diplomacy. The First Pandya War. The biggest challenge of his reign came from the Pandyas. In 1182 CE, the Pandya king, Veera Pandya, completely rejected Chola suzerainty and began to act independently. Kulothunga Chola III, intolerant of this, marched towards Madurai with a massive army. In this first Pandya war, Kulothunga defeated the Pandyas and captured Madurai. Veera Pandya fled north, and Kulothunga brought the Pandya region back under Chola control. This early victory revitalized the Chola forces. The Second Pandya War and Alliance. However, Pandya resistance did not subside so easily. Around 1189 and 1190 CE, Pandya kings Kulsakara Pandya and Veera Pandya formed an alliance and once again rose to oppose the Cholas. They were joined by the Cheras and the Sri Lankan king Parakramabahu. This posed a huge challenge to the Cholas. But Kulothunga Chola III did not hesitate. He swiftly marched towards the Pandya region again with his massive army. Fierce battles took place in places like the battlefield of Tribhuvanam and the Battle of Manmadurai. In these battles, his excellent commanders like Anand Palavarayan played a major role. The Chola army displayed its full might and decisively defeated the Pandya alliance. The Pandya kings fled the field. Kulothunga not only captured Madurai but also brought the entire Pandya country under his full control. Titles and achievements. As a result of these war victories, Kulothunga earned the title Pandya Kulantakan, destroyer of the Pandya lineage. He also achieved the distinction of being called Majorayam Elamamam Kanda, one who conquered Madurai and Elam in Sri Lanka. This victory re-established the influence of the Chola Empire in the south. Kulothunga also suppressed the Chera kings who had come to aid the Pandyas. The Cheras could not stand before the might of the Chola army. Similarly, Kulothunga intervened in Sri Lankan politics and placed a king favorable to him on the throne. This demonstrates the strength of the Chola navy and its overseas dominance. In the north, the western Chalukyas and some minor chieftains in present-day Andhra regions challenged Chola dominance. Kulothunga marched into these areas as well, suppressed them, and protected the borders of the Chola Empire. During his reign, the Chola Empire extended over Tamil Nadu, Kerala, southern Andhra, and Sri Lanka. Inscriptions indicate that he directly participated in or sent armies to win about 25 battles. His army had strong elephant forces, cavalry, infantry, and a navy. Each division comprised thousands of soldiers. Administration and economy. Kulothunga Chola III was not just a warrior, he was also an excellent administrator. He was a ruler who cared deeply for the welfare of his people. During his reign, the country's economy steadily grew. Agriculture. Agriculture was the backbone of the Chola Empire. Kulothunga gave great importance to irrigation facilities. He dug many new tanks and lakes. He renovated and desilted old water bodies, improving their irrigation capacity. He strengthened dams on the Kaveri River and streamlined canals. As a result, agricultural production increased, and the people lived prosperously. Inscriptions indicate that during his reign, more than 15 new water bodies were created or renovated. Taxation and justice. Kulothunga followed fair taxation methods. He increased the country's revenue without imposing excessive burdens on farmers and merchants. Taxes were collected through village assemblies and remitted to the state treasury. Kulothunga was very careful in administering justice. People could directly appeal their grievances to the king. Justice was delivered swiftly through judicial temples. This fostered good relations and trust among the people. Trade. Domestic trade flourished. Roads were renovated. Merchant guilds were encouraged to operate freely. The Chola Empire also excelled in foreign trade. Strong overseas trade relations existed with China, Southeast Asian countries, and Middle Eastern countries. Chola ports like Nagapattinam and Kavarapumpattinam were bustling trade centers. Horses, spices, pearls, and textiles were major trade goods. Records indicate that during his reign, more than 120 trade guilds were active. Society and culture. Various sections of society lived in harmony. Women played an important role in society and religious worship. Many individuals, including devadeses, musicians, and dancers, worked in temples. Education and arts received royal patronage. Patronage of art and architecture. Kulothunga Chola III was not only a great warrior but also a magnificent patron of art and architecture. His reign is considered one of the golden ages of Chola architecture. The Kampahareswarar temple at Tribhuvanam. The foremost among the temples built by Kulothunga Chola III is the Kampahareswarar temple at Tribhuvanam, near Kumbakonam. This temple is considered one of the pinnacles of Chola architectural expression. Its construction is said to have begun in 1199 CE and lasted for about 10 years. This temple is built entirely of black granite. Its Vimanam, tower, sculptures, and inscriptions are astonishing in their artistic detail. In particular, the temple's Vimanam is pyramid-shaped, with multiple tiers and intricate sculptural work. This temple is an excellent example of the delicate craftsmanship of Chola sculpture. Various forms of Lord Shiva, mythological stories, and dance scenes are carved on the walls and pillars of the temple. This temple not only served as a place of worship but also as a social, economic, and cultural center. Numerous lands were donated to the temple. Educational institutions, hospitals, and feeding houses operated within the temple complexes. Besides the Tribhuvanam Kampahareswarar temple, many old temples were renovated during his reign. New shrines and mandapams, halls, were built. During his rule, metal idols, murals, music, and dance arts also received great support. Many musicians and dancers were revered as court poets and artists. Kulothunga's support for Tamil literature was also immense. Titles of Kulothunga Chola III. During his long reign, Kulothunga Chola III earned many titles for his extraordinary achievements. They proclaim his bravery and excellent rule. A Tribhuvana Chakravarti, He earned this title for building the Tribhuvanam Kampahareswarar temple and for bringing the three worlds under his rule. A Viraragendran, this refers to the numerous victories he achieved on the battlefield. Pandya Kulantakan, a title earned for defeating the Pandyas and re-establishing Chola supremacy. Kulothunga Chakravarti, a title indicating that he was excellent in beauty and power. End of reign and legacy. Kulothunga Chola III ruled the Chola Empire effectively for about 40 years until 1218 CE. Towards the end of his reign, the rise of the Pandyas gained strength again. Pandya kings like Maravarman Sundara Pandya began to challenge the Cholas. This contributed to the decline of the later Cholas. In conclusion, Kulothunga Chola III was a significant king in the history of the Chola Empire. He was a great warrior who suppressed the Pandyas and re-established Chola dominance. At the same time, as an excellent administrator, he improved irrigation facilities and enhanced the livelihoods of the people. As a patron of art and architecture, he built magnificent temples like the Tribhuvanam Kampahareswarar temple, bringing immortal fame to Tamil art. His achievements delayed the decline of the Chola Empire and left us with memories of a golden age. By learning the history of kings like Kulothunga Chola III, we can reclaim our past glories and cultural values. To learn about the Chola kings in chronological order, please see the playlist description. Let's reunite in another era. Thank you.